through. In there for the touchdown. Coming home here in lane 5, well out in front of the field. And Malachek touches in a time of 52.92, a new high school national record. Back to back to back to back state champions. NET Sports, your home for NSAA championships, is live from the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, Nebraska, as we get ready to crown our second champion of the day, this time in Class D1. It's the #1 ranked and defending champion Johnson Brock Eagles taking on second ranked and 29-2 Meridian. And hello again, everyone. I'm Larry Putney along with Kathy Wieskamp. Great to have you with us here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center for game number 2. A couple of teams, they're familiar with each other.
Definitely. They've matched up twice this year. Meridian only has 2 losses. It's come at the hands of Johnson Brock. Johnson Brock has not allowed them even to take a set off of them so far this season. However, Meridian thinks third time is the charm. We're here in the finals. This is our chance. If we want to win one, this is it. Johnson Brock, on the other hand, is thinking three-peat. Would like to win this for the third time in a row. So both of them have a mission here. It's going to be a great match. It's
a rematch of last year's state championship in Class D1. Let's take a look at from where these two teams come. District 1, Meridian representing, and just inside District 2 in the southeast part of the state is Johnson Brock. How did they get here? Well, Johnson Brock knocked off Bertrand in the first, BDS in the semifinals, and for Meridian, it was a win over Elkhorn Valley and Blue Hill. Meridian beat Blue Hill, by the way, 3-2 in a tight one to get here to this championship showdown. The third member of our crew, that's Ryan Mix. Let's go down to him.
Larry, #1 versus #2, wouldn't want to have this one any other way, and one of the best players in the state will be on display in D1. That's Fallon Studheit for Johnson Brock, 507 kills this year. She's hitting .449, which is 5th in the state of Nebraska, 5.9 kills per set. And if you go after Studheit or try and get her into the back row, Caitlin Simon for Johnson Brock is going to be a problem too for Meridian. She is a Midland commit with 284 kills this year. On the flip side, Meridian, they have 7 seniors. They lean very heavily on them, and 3 of them have started since their freshman season. Aaron Johnson, Riley Piper, and JC Sabatka. Piper leads the team with 310 kills.
All right, thanks very much, Ryan. Should be a good one. The Class D1 NSAA Volleyball Championships coming up. Johnson Brock looking to make it 3 in a row.
The values that Methodists bring is family.
It's important going through school that you're not just a number, that you're a face and that you're a name to a teacher. And so I loved the small class sizes.
What it means to me is that I found my foundation where I can build on my passion and I can embrace something new in my life. It is a place where I know that I'm supposed to be.
The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association is pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and on the field. This statewide program recognizes academic excellence, leadership, and athletic achievement in over 20 high school sports and activities. We honor these exceptional students and all of the teachers, coaches, and parents who have mentored them. Together, we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
When you're looking for Nebraska's stars of tomorrow, start with the young Nebraskans in 4-H and FFA. That's why Constellation has contributed more than $197,000 to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. Constellation supplies natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. By supporting 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's stars of tomorrow as well. Natural gas supply from Constellation.
Head trauma and concussion risk minimization is a priority of the NSAA. When in doubt, sit them out.
Some common symptoms of concussions are dizziness, confusion, and nausea.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course annually.
For more information regarding concussion management and return to play protocol, visit our website, nsaahome.org. When in doubt, sit them out.
Coverage of the 2017 NSAA High School Volleyball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Methodist College, Constellation, and Aurora Cooperative. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, time now for the introduction of these two teams playing for a state title in D1. Let's go to Steve Lemon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center, the 2017 Nebraska School Activities Association Volleyball Championships. Today's Class D1 State Championship match features the Meridian Mustangs and the Johnson Brock Eagles. The NSAA is proud to recognize our premier corporate partners for their outstanding support of NSAA activities. U.S. Bank, Farmers Mutual Insurance, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, and CHI Health St. Elizabeth. And now for the introduction of the players and coaches. Here are the Meridian Mustangs. Number 1, Andy Court. Number 4, Adeline Beals. Number 7, Josie Sabatka. Number 20, Sophie Ellis. The starters are number 5, Brianna Miller. Number 6, Erin Johnson. Number 10, Haley Schaefer. Number 12, Hallie Pribble. Number 13, Riley Piper. Number 14, Lauren Delord. And number 21, J.C. Sabatka. The assistant coach is Alexis Hank. The head coach is Bob Van Weston. Here are the Johnson Brock Eagles. Number 1, Haley Sanford. Number 3, Logan Edwards. Number 4, Taylor Buckmeyer. Number 6, Miranda Shreves. Number 10, Sophie Clark. Number 11, Callan Anholtz. Number 13, Jordan Kaler. The starters are number 2, Emily Wenzel. Number 5, Fallon Studhigh. Number 7, Bryn Westenberg. Number 8, Maddie Nichols. Number 9, Caitlin Simon. And number 14, J.C. Kaler. The assistant coaches are Tasha Armconnect and Kendra Alberts. The head coach is Tara Studhigh. Today's officials are Mary Lou Marshall and Linda Richling. The bench official is Kim Kwapnowski. Our line judges are Robin Kuhlman and Scott Lisey. And now, let's play volleyball!
We're ready to go in Class D1. It's the number 1 ranked and number 2 seed Eagles of Johnson Brock taking on the number 2 ranked but number 1 seed Meridian Mustangs, coming in at 29-2. Rematch of last year's state title game.
It was a fun one then, and I expect nothing different this year as these two match back up. Like we talked in the open, they know each other well.
I want to remind you, NET Sports anytime, anywhere. You can download the free NET Nebraska app today. Stream NSAA Championships, full-length episodes from Big Red Wrap-Up. There's so much more. Just search for NET Nebraska in the App Store, or you can download it free at netnebraska.org/apps. There are the Meridian Mustangs in red, and in black, the Johnson Brock Eagles. Two-time defending champion Eagles looking to make it 3 in a row, and this a rematch of last year's Class D1 state championship. Hallie Pribble to start it off, and just long, giving the first point of the match to the Eagles. Back to serve now for Johnson Brock will be Haley Sanford, the sophomore defensive specialist. Pushed out to the pin, off the side of the block, and the kill by Riley Piper. Piper leads them in kills this year, averaging nearly 10 a match.
And she's got a lot of pop on that outside. She gets up quick and really swings quick.
Stood out in the middle, just long. You see the heavy swing from the Nebraska walk-on. She committed last year just before the state tournament. And this just her junior year. A touch called there, and Fallon gets the kill.
And you're going to see her again doing a lot of things. They incorporate her into the offense a lot. Obviously, with the big hitter that she is, she had 462 kills coming into the season. They use her a lot. She's able to be effective, and why wouldn't you?
Sent back over. Lauren Delord gets the scramble ball and puts it down. 3-2 Meridian here early on. Meridian survived a tough one over Blue Hill in the semifinals, winning that 3-2. Johnson Brock won 3-0 and 3-1 in its 2 games down here at state. Johnson Brock knocking out BDS.
Tough team there as well.
Number 3 seed. BDS, we've been down here many times before. Eagles made a good run of it this year. Studite now back to serve. Down the line, another good shot. The kill by Haley Schaefer. This is a balanced attack you're going to see from Meridian. No one player just dominates most of the swings or kills. They do a nice job of distributing.
And Schaefer here, nice job splitting the seam of the block, goes right down between the 2 of them.
3 balls sent over for the Mustangs. Behind to Sabatka. Sabatka doesn't finish in the middle. The swing not there by Simon. Caitlin does get the kill, the senior middle.
Big one there. Again, we just really see an exchanging back and forth here. Big swings, back and forth, points. Nice hard line shot there also.
And the roll shot into the middle. Nichols with the kill. Maddie Nichols, a junior outside hitter.
2 blockers, but she does a nice job going over the top and drops it in front of the defenders. Good control ball.
Good serve by Westenberg. And then a rolled over. Yep. Returns the favor, does
exactly, kind of mirrored. Haley Pribble on the outside there. Says, oh, I like that idea.
Off the take. Nice job to keep it alive. Outside, into the block. And Pribble, it falls on the Eagles side, and Pribble with the point.
Blockers are up, but you see their arms straight up and not across. That allows enough room for that ball to come down the front of the blockers.
Another kill by Caitlin Simon. There's Tara Studite in her 3rd season. Career record of 87 and 14, impressive. She's been a coach 3 years, and here they are in their 3rd state championship match. They won it back-to-back years in her first 2 years on the bench. On the left side, Pribble. You know, talking to Bob Van Westen, there's a look at Bob. He was saying, you know, this is the 3rd time we've played Johnson Brock. We're both very familiar. We know what works. We know what areas to attack. We know where to serve. And he was fairly confident because even in that district championship game that Meridian lost to Johnson Brock, he said, we did find some areas that we know we can attack. And I think you're seeing that here early. They're very familiar with each other. They know where to go and how to attack each other.
And the key then is, how does the team then counteract, you know, and react and respond to that too. Like I said, two teams that are very familiar, it's what comes out new maybe this time that they didn't see before. And sometimes when you're playing where were we exposed, we can practice and work on fixing that. So it should be a well-played match, I would guess.
And you would assume both teams, having been here before, they will execute, execute the plan.
This isn't a jittery thing for them in regards to that. Meridian has a lot of seniors also on their squad. If you look up and down their roster, they're dominated with their seniors out on the court. And so this is it for them. That urgency also is there for them as well. And again, the confidence, because we've been here, we can do this.
6 seniors for Meridian among the top 8. Open corner, pushed to the back by J.C. Kaler. Kaler with the kill.
As you said, they both are aware where those open areas are, and you can see here in the backcourt that is wide open, and she's able to find it.
Tough serve by Simon. Nice attack out of the back row. Tried that back corner again. That time they keep it up. Left-handed swing by Studheit. Block a little late, getting to the left side, and the kill by Hallie Pribble.
Pribble's off to a great start here. Here she tools it off the block. She swings hard at the outside hand. You can see right there, outside hand, and gets it tooled and a point.
And here is Pribble now to serve. Off the block, and the swing from the back row by Caitlin Simon. We are even at 9 here in set number 1, as you might expect with a couple of teams familiar with each other. Haley Sandiford will serve. Deep corner touch for Riley Piper.
Piper pushing it deep. Tempo ball, just kind of, it's more about a placement, knowing where those areas are.
Piper heading to Peru State next year. Been a starter every game of her high school year, or career, and been among the top 2 hitters even when she was a freshman. Nice touch there, and Meridian off to a 2-point lead here in set number 1. Maybe a little bit of nothing to lose here for the Mustangs.
Absolutely. I think I have to believe they come in very confident because some of those things, and like I said, they've studied film, they feel like they've got a good plan coming into this final match.
Studheit with the kill there. Second kill of the match for Fallon Studheit. And the ace just inside the back line.
Kaler does a nice job, drives that ball hard, deep, and lands just inside that baseline.
There's J.C. Kaler, the junior 5'9" outside hitter.
She's had 51 service aces this season, so again, very aggressive from that back line and doing similar today.
Off the overpass, put down, and a kill by DeLorde. I'll check that. They're going to say she was either into the net or there were 2 touches.
Yeah, didn't see the official. Yep.
On the slide, just long from Studheit.
Studheit really hasn't got in her rhythm yet here. Trying to get something going. She's had a few swings, but 2 out of 8 have gone for kills, just trying to find her way yet. That line shot again. Here they come. Piper, Riley Piper down the line. Just reading the situation. You can see they're giving her a line, and that deep corner is open, and they've been able to hit their mark.
Coach Van Western said, we had a lot of success with the line, and we're going to try to go line, and we've seen that here early.
Yes. And again, how does the team adjust? Do they slide their middle back over down that line? Do they adjust the block to the outside? Those are the two things that can be kind of the counterbalance to that. We'll see how each responds, or they may be willing to give it up for different reasons.
Off the slide, nice up by Studite in the back row, then rolled over into the middle. Tried line again, headed back, and 2 hits. So back to serve now will go Piper. Aggressive off the top of the block, but the block keeps it alive, and then 2 hits called on the Mustangs. So a couple of ball handling errors here midway through set number 1, and we are even at 14. Only loss this year for the Eagles came to Lincoln Christian, which was down at the state championships. Lost that 2-1. Into the net called on the Eagles. Point for the Mustangs. Tough serve and the ace. This floated in on the hands a bit. And Riley Piper letting her presence be known early on. And a timeout called by the Johnson Brock Eagles. It's a good opportunity for us to take a look at, well, now maybe we don't have a timeout. Yes, we do.
Yes, they do.
So we have a timeout, and with that timeout, we'll take a look at last year's D1 title.
It was deja vu for the Johnson Brock Eagles as they defeated Meridian 3-1. The Eagles, for the second straight year, used the wild card route to advance to the state tournament, and they won it. In the championship match, the Eagles lost the first set 18-25 to number 2 Meridian, but they went on to win 3 straight sets. The final was knotted at 18, but the Eagles' Caitlin Simon got a kill and ace serve on back-to-back points to put the Eagles on top. The win would give the Johnson Brock Eagles their second straight Class D1 state championship.
And back looking to make it 3 in a row are the Eagles of Johnson Brock. They lost last year's set number 1 before coming back and taking 2, 3, and 4. And there you see Studite's state tournament match kills. She's been impressive down here at state.
Definitely has done well and left her mark in this tournament.
Into the antenna, 86 kills last year for Studite at state. .46 so far this year. Here's the senior outside hitter, Haley Schaefer. Great shot. Simon goes outside the block, inside the back line.
Right, blockers are taking away the angle, leaving there a nice gap between the block and the pin.
Caitlin Simon had a nice match last year in the state finals as well. Back-to-back kills in key moments. Tough serve there by Simon. Didn't clear the net on the swing by Wenzel. And so here is Hallie Pribble. Coach describes her as just fearless. So she's not afraid to be aggressive in all situations. You kind of need that fearlessness at times during matches like these. Overpass right between the block and a quick set to Piper. And Piper with another kill.
Piper really pops this ball right in the seam. You can see the 2 blockers didn't get closed. And that's a great place to fire that ball through.
Piper and Pribble both with 4 kills to lead Meridian. They lead it by 3 here in set 1. Illegal hit called on the Eagles, 2 touches. Sarah Studite trying to get her team back into this, down by 4 here. Serve just wide. Sanford now into serve for the Eagles. Not that championship team from last year. Johnson Brock lost Casey Hahn and Angela Wenzel. And look at Piper go. That's 5 now.
And as you said, they're going to that money spot for them right now, is that deep line shot. And there hasn't been an answer from Johnson Brock so far.
So the question that Coach Studite will have to answer is, does she believe they can continue to effectively
give the line,
and will Meridian be able to execute
right
line? So many times at this level you assume that it's a tough shot to make.
Yeah,
line shot.
The tendency is just with the driving and approach is to go cross court, and you got a wider area to swing at. So that line, you got to be more accurate. You have a narrow lane, I guess, to swing through.
Aggressive swing just inside the line. And the kill by Nichols. Maddie Nichols getting aggressive.
Yes, comes back with a lot of emotion, trying to fire her team up. Love it. Just again, it beats the block and right inside that line.
A little run here for Johnson Brock to pull back to within 1 at 21-20 in set number 1. Yeah. Good time for you now to connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. You can add a comment or catch up on all of the NSAA championship photos and results. Just make sure to like NET Sports and Big Red Wrap-Up and join in the conversation as we are here in set number 1 of this Class D1 state championship between the top seed and number 2 ranked Mustangs of Meridian, also the number 1 ranked and number 2 seed Johnson Brock Eagles. Great crowds on hand for both of these teams here at the Devaney Sports Center. The 2 early morning crowds have just been terrific.
They've been great. They've really been into it, and good numbers. I think towns have vacated and are here in Bob Devaney.
Piper trying that line again and just pulled it across too far, gets wide, and we are even now at 21 as J.C. Kaler's serve continues. A 4-zip run right now for the Eagles. A little tip try. Just a little brush across the block and a great shot by Maddie Nichols.
All you got to do is touch those fingers, and it's you're in control, and she does a great job right there.
Aggressive swing, but wide. Hands from the defender go down just in time and now make it 6 points in a row, and Bob Van Westen will take a timeout. There's Coach Van Westen in his 7th season. He's 134 and 65. Not part of the school system. He's actually a farmer by trade. He has cattle and corn and beans and wheat. I said last night, this has got to be the fall, just a crazy time for you.
It's harvest time.
He said, I don't know how I get it all done sometimes. He started off as a volunteer at Meridian, and as coaches moved on, they asked him if he wanted to take over the program, and he's done a great job for the Mustangs.
Absolutely has. So put this team in position here again to vie for a state championship.
Asked him last night how long he and his wife Deborah had been married. And most guys, it might take a few fingers and then you might take a while. He knew right away. 42 years. Been married 42 years.
Good man, he was right on top of it.
He said, make sure I let Deborah know that. And another for the Eagles. And they are now one away from taking set number one after trailing here. It is a 7-zip run. They were down 21-17. And the serve there is long, gives new life and hope here to the Mustangs. Eagles look for the side out on set point number 2 here in the first. What a second touch. Everybody in the building thought they were going to foul it, including you.
I did too. I pointed out. That's who's getting the ball.
What a great second touch from Bryn Westenberg. Closes it out. Johnson Brock wins it by 3.
With the Aurora Cooperative, you have a trusted partner who looks well beyond the horizon. We're putting our owner's equity to work every day by anticipating what you'll need tomorrow, creating what's next for your farm. A portfolio of innovation that supports every aspect of your operation, and an unwavering commitment to your success, however you measure it.
My farm, my cooperative, my future.
The Aurora Cooperative.
Not just on the good days. Not just on the challenging ones. Not just during business hours. Or when relaxing. But always. For the past 125 years, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross-country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities in our 303 high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
For me, asking why is just getting started.
It's more than an activity. It's me doing what I love.
I'm not a stereotype. When I rewrite the rules, things get better.
I know that all these experiences matter.
These moments will help me become something more.
Little things always lead to something bigger.
Do it.
Track it.
Earn it.
What you're doing now will help you get scholarships later. Find resources from Education Quest at trackyoursuccess.org.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, Class D1 State Championship, along with Kathy Wieskamp. I'm Larry Putney. Good to have you with us as Johnson Brock looks for state championship number 3 in a row. They took the first set after coming from behind. They were down 21-17. And we talked about it in the D2 battle. There are some of these teams that you get in crunch time and they rise to that occasion, and we saw that there in the first with Johnson Brock.
Definitely, and again, drawing off their experience and confidence in their play, confidence in this matchup. They believe we beat them twice, we can do it again. I mean, I think you draw on all those things in those situations.
So they'll start off with Caitlin Simon at the service line as they check rotations here before we begin set number 2.
Simon off to a good start. She's got 4 kills and 3 digs and hitting 500. So good start for her.
Number 9, Caitlin Simon.
Got a touch on the block to keep it alive. And a free ball here.
Punched back over there.
And the block. Lauren Delord got a hand on that. And Delord, who had 3 kills, and 5 kills in the first 2 matches with a good block.
And first block of this match. So far, we've had hands on the ball, but we haven't had a solo block or big block yet.
Service error evens it at 1. Sanford will serve for the Eagles. Good job to get out of the way as the setter chases that down. Left-handed swing, not there by Delord. Little dump, kept alive, and then wide. What a slower pace here to start set number 2.
Yeah, just a little bit different here. Great job there to shoot it over by Johnson. So, as you mentioned too, the fast start and a lot of energy in set number 1. Everybody seems to have taken a breath here a little bit and slowed down a little bit. Great push to the outside there.
Yeah.
Nichols finishes it off. Nichols, not what you call a big outside, only 5'6", but she really does a great job on the outside, doing some great stuff throughout the season. She had 131 kills, so small in stature, but big interplay and performance.
Free ball sit over by Studite. Now to the right side, off the block. Got a hand on it. Tried to sweep it off, but Delord was there once again.
Delord doing a nice job staying up, her hands high, being strong, wins that battle.
Delord with a little bit of fist pump and stare across the net. A little competitiveness there.
Got you.
Tried the deep corner again. Kept alive, but not over. There's a lot of scrambling going on, and maybe that's what happens when teams know each other and are familiar with each other. You're taking away what they're trying to do, and they're taking away what you're trying to do, and
just
get a lot of out-of-system balls.
Chess match a little bit too sometimes, back and forth.
These two teams, as we said, have played twice already this year. This is the third. Mustangs have yet to take a set off of Johnson Brock this year. One of those matches was in the Medecas Championship, the conference championship, which was won by Johnson Brock. Meridian also competes in the Crossroads Conference. And that is a very tough conference with Exeter Milligan in there, who just won the state championship in D2. BDS, which was a semi-finalist. You've got Meridian. It is just a tough volleyball conference. Hampton, which won the state title last year, is also in that conference.
So they've been battle tested. I mean, you know, you talk about a tough conference, how it prepares you for these moments, and they definitely have. And with that senior, laden team, they're set. Touch on the call.
A couple of other thoughts about that. The first year ever that Meridian has won the Crossroads Conference tournament was this year, and they beat, Exeter Milligan and BDS. So, as you said, battle tested, but also the level of competition is what allowed them to, despite being beaten twice by Johnson Brock this year, still have the higher seed coming in here to state.
Right, strength of schedule, really made a difference there, and like you said, got that #1 seed based on that schedule. So very close, but that makes a difference.
Off the touch. Meridian evens it back up at 6. Josie Sabatka. Big block on that left side.
Absolutely big and solid. They go up really well. Here we get a chance to see, look how synchronized they were. Great seal of the net.
Schaefer and Pribble there. third block of the match, and all three credited to Meridian, and all three coming in this, the second set.
Right.
Great angle there on the shot by J.C. Kaler. So the setter, Bryn Westenberg, who closed out set number 1 with that nifty little touch on, or dump on the second touch. Now she sets the quick in the middle. Another block, that's 4.
Yep, I was just say the block is making a difference here in set number 2. Meridian's doing a great job working collectively together, middles and outsides going up strong.
Got to see that competitiveness there in Hallie Pribble as she got that last block. Good approach, good swing.
Oh, great hustle, love it. And
just inside, right on the line.
Wow. We are seeing great defensive play. Starting right here, Meridian pursuing that ball here also. Studite coming back with a big dig. Finishes that off right on the sideline.
Right in front of the line judge. Looking right at it as it touched that line. Haley Schaefer now back to serve. Aggressive swing inside the line by Pribble. Hallie Pribble with another kill.
Just enough. Sneaks that between the blocker's hand. Not much more than a ball width there. She threads the needle.
Pribble again, and again she delivers. That's 7 kills now.
Pribble definitely has the hot hand here. She's hitting over 350 in this match. Wow.
Second touch. Kept alive. No, just long. So both times Westenberg has delivered the dump. It's been for a point. One of the few swings we've seen Stutt have here. And a little joust at the net, and that'll elicit the response from Fallon Studite.
Little fist pump there. Again, she said, I'm not going to be beat again on a joust up at the net. That big, strong push held firm. No touch.
A few people thought there might have been a touch on the play. None called.
Nope.
Into the net. And Johnson Brock regains the lead at 12-11. A 4-zip run.
Good push to the outside.
Block did not get down, but got a touch on it. And a swing by J.Z. Kaler. Kaler again with another kill.
J.Z. Kaler just fighting through there. Blockers are up, but just beats the block and knocks it through.
Third kill of the match for Kaler as they open up a 2-point lead and a 5-zip run. And Studite all over the front of that line, the front of that net.
Yes.
From right to middle to left, and finally forces the error.
You could just see it in her face. She could see what was happening, reading the situation, and making strong moves.
Simon will now serve, or continue to serve, for the Eagles in the middle of this run. And a timeout called by Bob Van Westen as his team has given up a 6-zip run. They led it 11-9 and now trail 15-11. Coverage of the 2017 NSAA High School Volleyball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Methodist College, Constellation, and Aurora Cooperative. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Good one here in set number 2. Johnson Brock, which was down 11-9, has rattled off 7 straight to go up, check that, 6 straight to go up 15-11. Caitlin Simon back at the line to serve, trying to go up 2 sets to none. And the ace by Simon.
Third ace in the match for Johnson Brock.
And the swing just wide from Studite, and that ends what we now calculate to be an 8-0 run for the Eagles. They went on an 8-0 run to take this now 16-12 lead. Off the block and out of the swing by Studite.
Good communication also by Johnson Brock, talking to teammates where they were to let that go. Studite battling against a big block here. 4 kills in this match.
Out to the pin. Got a touch on it, and Studite sent it right back. The swing again from Pribble. Good one-handed up and over. Out of the back row, off the tape. Pribble gets another chance at it, does not clear the tape, and into the antenna. 18-12. And a timeout taken by Meridian in what is now a 10-1 run.
Just really Meridian.
I'm invincible and I'm coming for you.
Well, the NET Sports Crew back tomorrow afternoon for a Big Ten volleyball match as it's Rutgers and Nebraska. You can join us tomorrow at 2 o'clock on NET, Nebraska's home for sports. Nebraska taking on Rutgers, which has not won inside the Big Ten Conference, and we get to do 6 here today and then come back tomorrow and get to see the Huskers. It could not be a better weekend.
A weekend full of great volleyball in the state of Nebraska, that is for sure. Glad to be a part of all of it.
So 18-12. Did you just see the, you did see that, right?
I did see
Okay.
that. We have some super fans here.
Absolutely do. And Studite with the block there to extend that lead now to 19-12 and 11-1 Eagles run. So Meridian looking to find anything right now to get them going. Riley Piper was so effective early along with Hallie Pribble.
They haven't been, Meridian struggled a little bit on ball handling and hasn't been able to get that fast set to the outside. And it's made a difference in the effectiveness.
In the line shot, which was there almost regularly through set number 1, has kind of disappeared here in the second. We haven't seen them go line and make a good shot down the line here in the second.
Part of it has been, again, a key to that is that first ball handle and getting the ball.
And Studheit in the middle extends it 21-12.
Studheit trying to heat things up here, works hard to get off. Look at her turn, come right back in, and takes it off the edge of the block.
So the second timeout called by the Mustangs. Down 21-12 here in the second. Eagles looking to go up 2-0. Well, let's take a look at the outstanding play. Roll shot there from Maddie Nichols.
Nichols really, again, just kind of been a spark plug here for this team. And then I love how she comes back and fist pumps with her team, brings that energy and adds to what the team's doing.
7 kills on 17 swings. She has not had an error, and she's hitting .412. What an afternoon here, late morning for Maddie Nichols. Tip try not there. Studheit brushes it across, nothing. Off the block, not there for Pribble. Pribble calling for it again. Just a lot more hands on balls right now for the Eagles. Finally down.
Yeah. You want to win those long ones. And again, love seeing that energy there. Lauren DeLorde fighting back. Up.
Back row swing not there. I'll push it out to Piper again. Piper off the top of that block and not finish. Swing right on the line from Studheit.
Just right on the edge there. She's working around the block, doing a great job with that. You got to get on top of that ball or otherwise it's going long. Because of that top spin, she drops it right inside the sideline. Well executed.
Two away, J.C. Kaler serving, 23-13. Got the touch, and now they'll have to keep it alive. Nichols, no touch and long. First hitting error for Nichols in the match. There's Piper using the hands and getting the kill.
Just trying to get things going again, get in that rhythm. Both Piper and Pribble were hot hands on that outside early on. Been a little bit more quiet here in set number 2.
Sent over by Sabatka. Here's Nichols again.
We're seeing just great digs, balls up on both sides. In
the middle. Good up, Kaler. Nichols with another aggressive swing. She's dug, and then it falls.
Just kind of popped up.
Yeah.
And
right in front of the Eagles. Probably the longest rally of the match. On the back line and one away from going up 2-0.
Caitlin Simon takes that back row tech and look at that top spin. Dropping it home for the big one.
So Studheiden to serve for the Eagles here on set point. Great serve, got in on the deep on the hands.
Free ball in, we'll see what happens. Good hustle.
Great job to keep it alive. Nichols is blocked back. Swing is wide and point to the Mustangs.
Okay, I am loving both of these teams, pursuing balls, never quitting on balls. Give them both a great big hand on that effort. I love it.
Tough serve by Piper, moved into the back row. Back into the front is Pribble, and Pribble's swing is wide. And that will give set number 2 to the Johnson Brock Eagles. So the two-time defending state champs in Class D1 are leading it here in the 2017 state title game. Johnson Brock on top, 2-0.
Not just on the good days. Not just on the challenging ones. Not just during business hours. Or when relaxing. But always. For the past 125 years, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
The best way to learn is to live. Live to learn at the University of South Dakota.
With the Aurora Cooperative, you have a trusted partner who looks well beyond the horizon. We're putting our owner's equity to work every day by anticipating what you'll need tomorrow, creating what's next for your farm. A portfolio of innovation that supports every aspect of your operation, and an unwavering commitment to your success, however you measure it.
My farm, my cooperative, my future.
The Aurora Cooperative.
Constellation believes in developing the next generation of Nebraska leaders, and we've shown that support by contributing more than $197,000 to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. Constellation supplies natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas supply from Constellation.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center Class D1 state championship match. Johnson Brock leads 2-0, and we are in the heart of the Johnson Brock faithful here. As you can see, red hair all around. And Jared Edwards, you're one of the leaders of this. Randall Simon, too, the ringleader of this. How did this all come about to get the parents and grandparents to dye their hair red?
Well, it came about as I had an idea to tell the girls to inspire them to win districts that I would paint my hair red. Well, Logan's dad, Jared here, he said, I'll go in on it with you. Well, then it just kind of exploded after that. The rest of the guys, they heard about it, got involved. Grandma Pat and the grandmas and the grandpas and all the dads and moms got involved. So it was just something to do for the girls to inspire them to play better.
Now, Grandma Pat, this is authentic. This is legit. I mean, your hair is actually red right now.
Caitlin Simon, number 9, is my granddaughter. and she asked me on Thursday if I'd dye my hair red. I said, if you win Friday, I'll do it Saturday. So here I am.
There's
85 years old.
There's the motivation. And Jared, where do you buy something like this?
Local place by famous grocery store here in town. I won't give them the free advertisement, but we only do this because these girls give us so much entertainment. They work so hard, so many years. It's the least we could do for them. And also, I'd like to say Happy Veterans Day to all them veterans out there.
Absolutely. Now, Randall, can I see the spray paint here that you have here? Do you need a little extra dose? I think you need a little extra dose. There you go. There you go. All right. Johnson Brock coming out in full force, guys.
You're mixing it up out there, aren't you, Ryan? You're just trying to, you know.
You wanted him to actually spray your hair red.
That's what I was hoping to see, Ryan, yeah. We missed it. I'm sure you had something really clever there. Maybe he said if Johnson Brock wins this set, that he would do it. I think
there
that's
you
what
go.
He said.
I think so. We all heard that. It's just fun again to see the community and families get involved, and it's a great way to be a part of it too. And I absolutely just love the, communities getting connected and getting behind and supporting their kids.
There's an ace from Aaron Johnson, and Meridian just looking for things to start going right so they can get a bit of momentum here on top 4-2 in set number 3, but down 2-0 in the match. Right inside the back line, a nice shot by Studite.
We've seen several of those balls just land inside the sidelines here, and Meridian's got to be saying, "You got to be kidding me," But it goes to, again, the skill, that wrist snap, that keeping that ball, put that top spin on, and that's really just part of execution.
And the kill by Sabatka, Josie Sabatka, the sophomore.
Sabatka does a great job. She didn't have anybody in front of her. Studite was trying to get over there, get her hands on the ball, but because she wasn't in that strong position, got tooled.
And the ace. So 2 aces here.
Pribble back there trying to get things, or excuse me, in the back. Sabatka.
One of the 2 Sabatkas, Josie and JC, sisters. Tip. Nichols is there. They'll give it to Stuthheit in the back roll, not. And then on the swing in the middle, Simon delivers.
Caitlin Simon does a nice job getting to that ball. Goes up aggressive after it.
And down. Seven 7-5 Meridian here in the third. 2 touches make it 8-5.
Tough ball to get her feet turned and trying to push that to the outside.
Mustangs, when they lost that 3-zip battle to Johnson Brock, were coming off of a tough 5-setter against BDS. And BDS again was in the semifinals, and Johnson Brock, in fact, knocked off 3-1 to get here. And a timeout called by Tara Studite, the head coach of Johnson Brock. She'll talk it over. Tara Studite, a graduate of Johnson Brock, and now in her 3rd year coaching.
She's really just created a culture there that's been positive and really energized it and brought this team back here again for the 3rd straight year.
Well, tonight on NAT, a special episode of Nebraska Stories. It looks at the impact of the Vietnam War on Nebraskans. You'll hear inspiring stories from Nebraska veterans and others affected by the war. Watch Nebraska Stories Vietnam. That's tonight at 10 Central on NET, an appropriate show here on Veterans Day. And I thought that was a great message from the Johnson Brock fans to thank all of our veterans for their service on this day when we remember the contributions and sacrifices that not only them but their families have made. Off the block and out. Haley Pribble was there, but just didn't quite get it down in on the floor. Good timeout there for the Eagles. Bump set after the pin, kind of rolled over there by Pribble. Good attack in the middle, but wide on the swing by Simon.
Simon trying to go around the block, but that cuts off again the portions of the court. You have a very narrow area to connect to, and just misses the mark.
They gave her the point, so either
maybe a touch?
Yep, must have been a touch. Yep. Westenberg's serve continues. Nichols, block back. Tried line and got it. And we saw that frequently in set number 1 when Meridian jumped out to that lead. Very little in set number 2.
Right, great push there though by Erin Johnson. She got that ball in good position and pushed it out fast tempo, really giving her hitter the advantage.
And the ace. Josie Sabatka back there at the service line picks up the ace. Nichols readjusts, but it's blocked. Kaler sends it back. Rolled into the middle and got the kill by Pribble.
Dropped right in front of the defenders. A little communication on the Eagles side, that expecting each other to pursue.
Touch. Point for the Mustangs. They're opening up a lead here by 6 now in set number 3, on top 13-7. Debating, do I use my last timeout here or do I just wait and see if we can pull back out of it? Now right now, Johnson Brock having a difficult time getting any semblance of an offense and in-system going. And Josie Sabatka doing a nice job from the line on a 5-0 run. And another tough serve. And is not clear, and another ace for Josie Sabatka.
She's just being aggressive with the serve right now, really challenging down the line. JC Kaler. Now new zone there.
Good job defensively. Not kept alive. So that will end that 6-0 run for Meridian, and now 15-8 here in set number 3. Nichols to serve. And Nichols returns it with an ace.
Quick ace and quick point there. She pops that ball up and swings aggressive from that service line. Watch her go here. Up and quick.
Not off the block, it was off the tape. And so it was out. And point will go to Johnson Brock.
And a timeout.
And a timeout.
So the Mustangs want to slow things down before a run gets started here. Nichols back at that service line. I mean, she's being aggressive. She lifts it up, real quick drive, and doesn't really give you a lot of time to react and respond to it. It's a tough serve, so want to stop that.
15-10, Meridian on top. Coverage of the 2017 NSAA High School Volleyball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Methodist College, Constellation, and Aurora Cooperative. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center here, Class D1 state championship game. It's a 2-zip games lead by the two-time defending state champions on the left-hand side of your screen, wearing black, Johnson Brock. Meridian making a run here. They were up by 7 here in the third. Johnson Brock rattled off a couple of quick points. Van Weston wanted to take a timeout, and it was a successful timeout as Pribble gets the kill.
Point coach.
Yeah,
and the stats, you give him a little point for that. Worked.
What a tip. Saw the open area and the kill by Caitlin Simon.
Great decision there by Simon, reading the defense. Blockers up, defense deep. It's that little shot over the hands.
Studhide will take it, sets Kaler. Into the block and another kill for Pribble.
Finding a way, Pribble uses the hands, it goes off the hands and along the net.
So now back to serve goes Hallie Pribble. Six-point lead at 17-11. Kept alive. Piper with the swing into the antenna and wide. Piper rotates back into the front row. She'll be swinging from that left side. DeLord at the middle. Aaron Johnson, the setter, also in the front row for Meridian. Here's Studhide. There's a one-on-one for DeLord. Got a hand on it, and then Studhide with the one-on-one and puts the block down.
Here you can see that big block coming back and being strung up at the net.
Both teams now with 4 blocks in the match, and it was 4-zip at one point, so the block for Johnson Brock has stepped up here late in set number 3.
And really for both teams at the end of set number 1, we had no blocks. So the blockers are kind of making their adjustments, seeing what they've got in front of them.
Sanfort's serve is long. So Aaron Johnson, the setter, now back to serve as Sabatka back into the lineup in the front row. She'll swing from the right side and back-to-back service errors. That is the 6th service error of the match on Meridian against 5 aces. Johnson Brock has 3 errors and 4 aces. Swing wide. There was no touch, back to within 2. Similar thing happened earlier here in the match when Meridian had what was a fairly comfortable lead late in Johnson Brock. It was 21-17 in that one. Meridian led it, and Johnson Brock came back from that deficit. Good point there to extend that lead back to 3. They closed out that first set on an 8-1 run. to erase the 21-17 deficit. And Studheit with a strong swing from the middle. And Studheit now with 9 kills.
Just keeps that hand high, used great wrist snap, popped it down hard and sharp.
She's over 510 kills on the season. She had 543 last year.
Wow. She's got 9 in this match so far.
Nice up. Over by Kaler. Sabatka on the angle. What a great up and out. Nice swing by Sabatka from the right side.
Sabatka does a nice job coming hard. Angle, works that sideline, caught the defense inside a little bit.
So back to the serve line now is Riley Piper for the Mustangs. Just 5 away, first team to 20. Tip try, good coverage. Rolled into the middle and got the kill. This time Meridian looks like they're ready to close it 21-17, the same score we had in set number 1 when all of a sudden Johnson Brock went on that run. Big kill by Pribble.
One more closer. Pribble just off the hands, the high hands there. Simon, and a big kill.
So Johnson Brock will take the timeout to talk it over, down by 5 here in the third. I'll remind you, you can grab a DVD of today's NSAA High School Volleyball Championships. It's just $19.95 plus shipping and handling. If you'd like one, you can call toll-free to order, 800-868-1868, or visit us on the web, netnebraska.org. Second game of our state championships here today at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. We will crown 6 state champions throughout these 2017 NSAA championships. Exeter Milligan in a sweep this morning, won its 5th state title, and out of the timeout, Caitlin Simon gets the kill. Closes it back to 4. Back to serve now is Bryn Westenberg. Maybe what Meridian needs right now is just a little confidence that they can take a set off of Johnson Brock. They have not beaten Johnson Brock in a set this year. They've lost both times they played, and they've lost 2 here. Is that in? It is right on the line by Studheit.
Wow.
Look.
Yep. Just working the angle there. Oh, yeah.
Great shot. Good serve there by Westenberg in the middle. And the block by Simon. Caitlin Simon has been big. She's got 12 kills. And a big block there to pull it to within 2, and a timeout called by Van Westen. Saw a little bit of fire there. So Johnson Brock knocked off Meridian 2-zip and 3-zip. One was in the tournament, and another, well, both actually were in different tournaments. One in the state tournament, 3-zip, which gave Meridian the wild card.
Districts to get in.
Yeah.
So that was the last time they met, which was a week ago, basically.
So Glenn, our crack stats guy, figured out that that means 10 consecutive sets now that Johnson Brock has taken from Meridian, dating back to last year's state championship that they won 3-1 after dropping the first. Johnson Brock took the next 3. (22-20) out of the timeout. Tried the line and it was there. Pribble with the kill.
Tried and true for them this match. It's been open early on. We saw it a lot.
Back to Simon, does not clear the tape, and Meridian is just a point away from taking the third. Back to serve for it is Josie Sabatka. Set point number 1 for the Mustangs. Great kill by Simon. Two-handed little dunk.
Just kind of knew where she was at and where the defense had all pulled off to the other side. There's got to be some court opening over there, she thought.
Tough serve. Leaves it in the back row, free balled over. On the second touch, Simon gets aggressive and delivers.
Simon didn't hesitate, stepped right up there, and as that ball came up, took charge.
Maddie Nichols back at the line. Probably who you want back there in this situation. No nonsense, goes and gets it right away. 2 consecutive set points. This is a third. And it's long. Set point, set win for Meridian. For the first time in 4 matches, Meridian has taken a set off of Johnson Brock. Can they extend on that? Can they send this to 5? We'll find out when we come back in Lincoln, the Bob Devaney Sports Center, the D1 title, heading to set 4.
The values that Methodists bring is family.
It's important going through school that you're not just a number, that you're a face and that you're a name to a teacher. And so I loved the small class sizes.
What it means to me is that I found my foundation where I can build on my passion and I can embrace something new in my life. It is a place where I know that I'm supposed to be.
The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association is pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and on the field. This statewide program recognizes academic excellence, leadership, and athletic achievement in over 20 high school sports and activities. We honor these exceptional students and all of the teachers, coaches, and parents who have mentored them. Together, we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Talk about public power for a second. Did you know Nebraska is the only state in the nation served entirely by public power electric utilities? Community-owned utilities mean Nebraskans are working for Nebraskans. Just another way your electric utility shows how public power works for you. Let's talk about public power for a second. Did you know Nebraska's electric utilities are governed by locally elected or appointed boards and councils? This means you have a voice in the decisions made by your local utility. Just another way your electric utility shows how public power works for you.
Have you ever wondered what happens to soybeans after they're harvested? Every year, soybean farmers invest a portion of their soybean revenue to fund research, marketing, and promotion, which is called the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. 80% of the harvested soybeans are crushed into soybean meal that's used to feed poultry and livestock. The other 20% is made into soybean oil that's used for cooking oil and biodiesel. To learn more about the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, nebraskasoybeans.org.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, 2-1, Johnson Brock on top here in the D1 state title game. If you love watching Nebraska High School Championships on NET, we'd love you to be part of the team. With your generous donation to NET, you help us produce more than 200 hours of sports programs each year. You can show your support by joining the NET Sports Partners Club. At $10 a month, we'll send you an exclusive NET Sports Partners Club jacket. It's a fleece jacket. To get your NET jacket, call 800-634-6788, or you can visit it at netnebraska.org/donate. Hitting that time of year when we bring you state championships right here on NET, of course, all day today, the state volleyball championships. A week from Monday and Tuesday, the state football championships back here on NET. On the overpass and down. A little excitement there from Aaron Johnson, the setter, who got that down.
Well, and just the energy and the excitement, taking a set and a good start here. Take that momentum and go is kind of the Mustang mentality, I'm sure.
Aaron Johnson the setter for Meridian, has been a starter in every game and match she's played for Meridian. Now in her senior year. Sanford back to serve again for the Eagles. Nice angle and attack by Riley Piper.
Piper does a great job keeping that wrist high, using the wrist snap to be able to control that ball in.
Block back. Oh, great effort to keep that alive by Sabatka. JC Sabatka, the libero. Good touch. Studheit with the kill.
Great adjustment there. They've been triple block in Studheit. That means those little short spots off the edges of the block are very vulnerable, and she recognizes, and great placement and decision.
Left-handed touch, not down. Aggressive off the hand, but another kill for Piper.
Piper, I believe that's her 10th. She's in double-digit kills now with that last swing.
So here's the libero, the senior JC Sabatka, to serve for Meridian on top here, 3-2 in set number 4. And the ace by Sabatka.
Tough serve. She's got the ball traveling deep and hard. Just got to make sure as a serve receive, you get behind that ball or let it go out if you feel like it's going long.
Just a bit of out of system and not great communication right now.
Yeah, just strong moves. You know, at this point in the match or in your season, don't hesitate. Look to somebody else to play the ball. Step in and take charge. Like that.
Works.
Stepping in and taking charge. Great quick attack right between the blockers. A little heat on that ball from Studheit.
Studheit on cue.
I love it when that happens.
Yeah. And the ace by Studheit.
Tough serve there. That's her second ace in the match. Driving that ball. Serve receive adjusts here a little bit for Meridian.
Studheit averages 2 aces per match. Out of the back row. Bump set out. Piper with the kill.
Touch on that ball off the block, just catches the fingers.
So now Piper rotates into the back row. She will serve as Pribble. Now back in the throw. Nice pass. Now Pribble. Simon with a good serve.
I love it.
But terrific defense to keep it alive.
Sabatka going hard.
Pancake kept it alive.
Johnson.
This is going to bring one of these fans.
Yes, you want to win this one. You want to win it.
No touch. It's long, and the point goes to Johnson Brock.
Wow, what great defensive plays we've seen here. Pancake, pursuing ball. That's a big one to win.
Bryn Westenberg now to serve. Westenberg, remember, early in her career was an outside hitter, DS. Sophomore year transitioned to setter, and she's just turned into a terrific setter. And Studheit have been a dynamic combination, along with Simon, who's had a great year. Another kill by Pribble. Pribble now with 16 kills in the match against 8 errors. But she leads all hitters with 16. Overpass, Sabatka kept it alive, tried deep corner, good hustle by Piper. Here's Pribble. Bump set up the pin, sent over by Nichols. Pribble again, nice up. That's Studite in the back row, your middle blocker doing some nice job defensively, but 2 hits called on the second touch, and that'll be a point for Meridian.
Tough ball, Westenberg couldn't quite get her feet there, created that illegal contact.
Tough serve there. Attack and in. And Meridian trying to stretch this to 5. Got a little confidence.
Yep, I would definitely say they feel confident, making aggressive moves. Why not?
Pribble. Off. No! It's going to be a point for Johnson Brock. Sabatka just reached out, thought it was falling. Touched and point for Johnson Brock. So close. That ends the 3-0 run, and that'll make it a 2-0 run off to the ace. Nichols has done a great job from the service line for Johnson Brock.
Has all season long, and you talked about she's had 60 aces from that service line. Just shy, her teammate Fallon one more, but both of them tough servers.
And both of them with 2 service aces here in the match. And that's 4 hits called on Meridian, so a 3-zip run. And they tend to go on runs when that young lady is back at the service line. They've come back to cut it to 1, 9-8. Well, tonight on NET, find out what General John J. Pershing and his deep Nebraska roots. You can find out about those. Nicknamed Blackjack, the 6-star general commanded 2 million U.S. troops to help win World War I. But behind his iron exterior was a man who endured heartbreak and a great personal tragedy. Watch Blackjack Pershing, Love and War. That's immediately following our coverage of the NSAA Volleyball Championships on NET. Another great atmosphere here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Good to have you with us for this D1 title game. Johnson Brock took the first 2. Meridian responded, won the 3rd. And is putting some pressure on here, off of the block and down.
Big block set up, both working well together, and look at that seal and pushed hard across the net.
Kaylin Antholtz now into the game, was part of that block along with Simon for the Eagles. So Haley Schaefer now to serve. Readjusts, but the block is there, both Pribble and Delord.
Really, you can see that 1-foot takeoff by Simon. Can't, in that position, hard for her to take it back just as she approached and where the ball was. Blockers were there.
And another block. The block stepping up here.
Delord worked hard to get to that outside and sealed it up tight.
Boy, a little tipping going on, and one worked just a bit better.
Yep. Good ideas learned from that. And just, you can see that big open area in the middle, finds that, gets a big point.
And this time Johnson Brock will take the timeout. A 4-zip run for the Mustangs. And Tara Studheit takes the timeout. Fallon Studheit has been terrific once again. She has 13 kills, 44 swings for Johnson Brock. Here's a look at the future Husker, who is walking on in Nebraska.
And I think the thing about it, she's very diverse, diversified in her attacks. She appears different places along the net. So she comes with, again, a wide range of shots. Smart attacker, read situations, and all those things have helped her be successful.
And I know at one point, Studheit was playing club ball with Nebraska 1, which is run by Rachel Schwartz, the former Husker.
Getting some great training there as well.
Kaler's blocked. And once again, Simon with the smart shot finds the open floor. She's done a nice job of choosing the right touch at the right time.
Simon's really leading Johnson Brock right now. That's 15 kills for her, but like you said, making good decisions, being aggressive up at the net.
No touch, the swing long from Kaler. And Meridian with that 4-point lead, 14-10. Back to serve goes Hallie Pribble. What a swing by Studheit, yeah. Great timing, great tempo.
Yep, that's the power that she comes with. Very strong, physical.
Bump set over. Studheit. Well, a good swing by Studheit, but even better up to keep it alive. Again, they'll go back to her. Back line, Studheit got it a little more active here in set number 4. They've decided to go to her.
And she's moving around, appearing different places. They use her in front. Here she comes around on that slide. Oh.
That will get a swing. Out of the back row and attack. Touch on the block, second touch, and once again, Westenberg picks her spot and delivers a terrific dump right into the middle.
Her spot and her timing, and also how she disguised that. She waits and froze the Mustangs.
Attack from the left side. I believe that was Piper with the kill.
Piper with 13 now.
Piper up front along with Lauren Delord and Josie Sabatka. Triple block. Jinx.
Yep, trying to slow her down, Studheit down a little bit.
That goes off the side of the block. Another kill by Pribble. Piper, check that. Piper with the kill.
Great vision of the court there by Studheit. She had triple blockers. We've talked before when here she's got 2, but that leaves that short spot right up front just to place that ball with a nice soft touch.
That's a solo block by Studheit, who then wanted the lift. Didn't get the call. Nichols got it.
Nichols just keeps finding a way to get kills out there on the court. Using the hands there.
Attack Nichols again and got it again.
You focus. I mean, that's the great thing too about teams. You can diversify. You can use multiple hitters. If the opponent is focusing on one attacker, spread it out. Nichols is delivering.
Double-digit kills for Maddie Nichols. She's now at 10 and has pulled Johnson Brock back to even here in set number 4. It is 16 all. Meridian took the third. I want to remind you, we'll be back at it here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center tomorrow afternoon as Rutgers and Nebraska will square off. The Huskers have won 13 in a row at home this year, a nation-leading 26 consecutive matches at home. And they are taking on Rutgers, who has yet to pick up a win.
Still looking for their first win
in the Big Ten Conference.
Coming to Nebraska, who hasn't lost at home for a while. They'll be a tough challenge for him, a big hill to climb.
Now the Huskers obviously getting ready for postseason and still with a chance at that Big Ten title with a tie with Penn State. Nebraska holds the tiebreaker, having beaten the Nittany Lions. Stuthheit with the kill. The run continues. It's a 4-0 run for Johnson Brock.
And that's a swing with authority right there. Pushing, flexing her muscle a little bit. Trying to push this out.
Off the block and out, kill by Piper.
Piper is on a mission herself to make sure that she has given everything she has to this game. Just love how hard she's working. She's passing, she's coming up, getting out for approach. Working very hard. Wow.
When she gets a run at it, look out.
Yeah, one blocker there too. She can work off the edges and that high contact, that power, tough to stop.
Piper blocked. That's a good block by Westenberg,
Yeah,
setter.
Great adjustment there. She was one-on-one, adjusted and moved in.
Simon off the touch, got the point. And they called a net violation as well. Simon with 15 kills in the match. Stuthheit has really taken over here in the fourth. She has 18. And down on a tough shot and kill by Sabatka.
Josie Sabatka there makes a big shot, finds that far sideline. Really important, get that ball back, stop the run.
Well, they have 6 seniors, those do Meridian, but the 2 sophomores they have in Sabatka and Hallie Pribble are outstanding players. Readjust there, and Pribble off the block. And Pribble with another one. There's the other sophomore.
Just use that outside hand. Smart play for a young player. Blockers are there, but just hits on that outside hand.
Pribble again. No touch and just long. So Westenberg in to serve, and back into the game is Jordan. Check that, Kaylin Anholtz at the front row for the Eagles. Pribble again.
Keeps things moving. That's 19 for that young lady.
Meridian hanging around. They win this fourth, anything can happen in a fifth, right?
Absolutely.
Got the swing and a kill by Pribble.
Love the fist pump, the energy coming back to her team.
That is 20 kills now for Hallie Pribble. 11 on 61 attacks.
Wow. It's a lot of swings.
And just in for Simon, who continues to be efficient. She's hitting over 317 kills. Kept it alive. Studheit steps into set. That goes off the hands and out, and another killer. The officials are gonna talk it over. It looks like maybe it went off of the hands, brushed the antenna. So we'll see what the ruling is. They'll go to the up official, R1. Did it hit the antenna? It did. Well, it's tough to tell from that angle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fans in the stands are making a judgment.
Yeah, that's right.
They saw it up on the board.
So we'll see what the call is. A big one here at 21 all in set number 4, and the point, they will say it did not hit the antenna, instead point Meridian. And that's exactly how you handle it if you're Tara Studheit. That's fine. Let's move on.
Yep. Yep.
Really tough to tell if that hit an antenna or just the tape.
A lot of movement up there.
Back-to-back points for Meridian.
And a little momentum and energy definitely on the Mustang side.
Momentum in this game can be so important.
Oh, yeah.
When they got the momentum off of that call, they step back up, get the point here. Schaefer delivers it. And now they are 2 away at 23-21 in the 4th from sending this to a set 5 for the D1 title. The message from Tara Studheit.
We got this. We've been in this situation. Hey, pass the ball here. You know, I think that's key off of that serve receive.
So Haley Schaefer back to serve one more time out of the timeout. Meridian 2 away. Good pass to Simon. Nice dig by Piper, but got a hand on it, but not a dig.
Yep.
Could not chase it down.
Triple block up there again. We're seeing that several times, and still Simon finding a way.
Simon now back to serve. Off the tape and down. What a roll. Very fortuitous here late in set 4.
Absolutely. This isn't over, folks.
Even at 23. Aggressive swing, but up. Piper. Block back, big block, J.C. Kaler.
Kaler was in her base and up and ready.
And now we have championship point for the Eagles from Johnson Brock. This for the match. Kaler rolls it over. Studheit. Got it! 3-time state champs for Johnson Brock. What a comeback for the Eagles in set number 4.
Set number 4, set number 1, very similar, and just, again, great match here. Our second match of the day couldn't be better. Very, very good match by both teams.
And congratulations also to the Mustangs of Meridian. Put up a terrific fight We'll be back with medal and trophy presentations from the Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln.
The values that Methodists bring is family.
It's important going through school that you're not just a number, that you're a face and that you're a name to a teacher. And so I loved the small class sizes.
What it means to me is that I found my foundation where I can build on my passion and I can embrace something new in my life. It is a place where I know that I'm supposed to be.
The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association is pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and on the field. This statewide program recognizes academic excellence, leadership, and athletic achievement in over 20 high school sports and activities. We honor these exceptional students and all of the teachers, coaches, and parents who have mentored them. Together, we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Talk about public power for a second. Did you know Nebraska is the only state in the nation served entirely by public power electric utilities? Community-owned utilities mean Nebraskans are working for Nebraskans. Just another way your electric utility shows how public power works for you. Let's talk about public power for a second. Did you know Nebraska's electric utilities are governed by locally elected or appointed boards and councils? This means you have a voice in the decisions made by your local utility. Just another way your electric utility shows how public power works for you.
State championship in Class D1 goes to Johnson Brock for the third consecutive year. They win at 25-23 in the fourth. And now for our medal and trophy presentations, let's head to Steve Lemon.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Dr. Jim Tenneper, NSAA Board of Directors Mark Norvell from Fillmore Central, Jay Bella from Battle Creek, and U.S. Bank Representative Tyler Schaaf. Here are the awards for runner-up Meridian High School. Head coach Bob Van Westen and his assistant will present the silver medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 1, Andy Court. Number 7, Josie Sabatka. Number 12, Hallie Pribble. Number 20, Sophie Ellis. And now to the seniors. Number 4, Adeline Beals. Number 5, Brianna Miller. Number 6, Aaron Johnson. Number 10, Haley Schaefer. Number 13, Riley Piper. Number 14, Lauren DeLorde. And number 21, JC Sabatka. For these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2017 NSAA Class D1 State Volleyball Runner-Up Trophy. Congratulations, Meridian High School. Now to the champions, Johnson Brock High School. Head coach Tara Studheit, we have a special award for you. Coach Studheit and her assistants will present the gold medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 1, Haley Sanford. Number 2, Emily Wenzel. Number 3, Logan Edwards. Number 4, Taylor Buckmeyer. Number 5, Fallon Stadheit. Number 6, Miranda Shreves. Number 8, Maddie Nichols. Number 10, Sophie Clark. Number 11, Kellen Enholtz. Number 13, Jordan Kaler. Number 14, JC Kaler. And now to the seniors. Number 7, Bryn Westenberg. And number 9, Caitlin Simon. Presenting the championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance, Regional Director of Agencies, Tim Below. And now for these outstanding athletes and their school, here's the 2017 NSAA Class D1 State Volleyball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Johnson Brock High School.
So congratulations once again to Johnson Brock, the 3-time Class D1 state champs. What a terrific performance as they took the first 2 sets, dropped the third, and battled back in both the first and fourth sets to go on to win their 3rd straight state championship. When we come back, we'll hear from the champs. Celebration in Lincoln.
Have you ever wondered what happens to soybeans after they're harvested? Every year, soybean farmers invest a portion of their soybean revenue to fund research, marketing, and promotion, which is called the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. 80% of the harvested soybeans are crushed into soybean meal that's used to feed poultry and livestock. The other 20% is made into soybean oil that's used for cooking oil and biodiesel. To learn more about the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, nebraskasoybeans.org.
One part of me wants to be 12 again.
Me and Ann, we're kindred spirits.
And the other part, I think he's in love with you.
May I carry your books? Does this look like the child trying to be sensible?
I don't even know what the other part wants. Secretly, you love him too. Don't say that.
And Shirley, you're the first interesting person I've met in Avonlea.
I don't care to be 13.
Oh?
It's much more complicated than even I imagined.
Coming soon to NET.
This month in Passport, your on-demand library of the best of PBS.
He said, "Welcome home." It was just a powerful moment.
He was here under my very nose.
How do you sleep at night, George?
Perhaps you should ask Elizabeth.
We could never have imagined the channels, the lakes.
We are going through an area no one has gone through before.
These and other shows are available on Passport. Become a member of this PBS station. Sign in and start streaming today.
Next time on Finding Your Roots, family trees disrupted by violent upheavals. Actor Lupita Nyong'o.
Oh my goodness! I did not know that.
NBA star Carmelo Anthony.
We're back 202 years.
Yeah, this is crazy. And political commentator Ana Navarro.
Okay, so there's some family drama there.
Big time.
Revolutions and activist ancestors.
I'm speechless.
Finding Your Roots.
Tuesday night at 7 Central on NET.
Coverage of the 2017 NSAA High School Volleyball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Methodist College, Constellation, and Aurora Cooperative. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, the Class D1 state championship in the books as Johnson Brock wins it in 4, 25-23. Now we get to hear from our state champs, and for that, let's go to Ryan Mix.
Thank you, Larry. Joined with Tara Studheit. What an exciting match. A three-peat for you guys, but you really had to earn it.
Yeah, we definitely did. This was one of our toughest matches all season. We were really tested, and I got to give a lot of credit to that Meridian team. They just didn't go away.
You guys are very familiar with one another. Obviously, this was a repeat of the matchup last year in the state championship, and then you had played them 2 previous times prior to this match. It played into a little bit of an advantage for them, it seemed like, in the third set once they got comfortable and got a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot of momentum, and like I said, they're a very scrappy team. They kind of knew where our weaknesses were, and they played a really good game.
That fourth set really went down to the wire, and if it could have gone 5, it might have been a little bit interesting. What was the difference in that fourth set?
We had a few timeouts there at the end, and we just kept talking about really digging deep and playing with heart, because that's really what it comes down to in those cases where you're down a few points. And the girls did that, and we just said, play for each other and play for your teammates, and they did.
And your daughter, Fallon Studheit, had an outstanding match. As a mom and daughter combo, you guys have now won 3 straight state championships. How special is that for you?
Oh, it's very special. Couldn't ask for a better group of girls. They all just really come together, and they just have had just a great season.
Congratulations, Coach. Let's bring in your daughter, Fallon. With the state championship trophy, this is getting pretty familiar for you, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just so thankful to get to play with these girls and share these experiences with them, because I know it wouldn't be possible without all of them and our coaches and just all the support from our community and school too.
Yeah, you had a heck of a match, 19 kills, 16 digs, but it was really a team effort for you, and your setter, senior Bryn Westenberg, put yourself in a lot of good positions.
Yeah, definitely. Bryn and Caitlin just worked so extremely hard, and Caitlin in the back row and hitting, she's a stud passing. She hits every ball to Bryn, so it's really easy for Bryn and I. But they're just amazing leaders on and off the court, and they've just impacted us in so many ways.
In that fourth set, when it was getting pretty tight at the end, what's going through your head?
Well, we knew it was going to be a tough game, so we knew that we were just going to have to stay with each other and stay focused and just give it everything we have.
Fallon, congratulations. 3-time state champ, going for a 4th next year. And let's bring in Caitlin Simon. A senior, cap off your career with another state championship. Just like Fallon, this is a pretty familiar feeling for you, but what makes this one in particular special?
Well, senior year, we came out. That's phenomenal for us to get that win. But it means a lot to me to come out with a bang and just take home this trophy. It means a lot to my teammates. We worked all year long for this. We knew we had our eyes on the prize, never took it off of it, and just kept working towards it.
Now, as the defending back-to-back state champs, it was pretty obvious you guys were going to have a target on your back. Really, throughout the whole season, you handed Meridian their only 2 losses in the regular season. Are you guys able to manage to stick through that pressure and continue to play great volleyball?
It is a lot of pressure, but we work together as a team, so then not everyone has all that pressure on their shoulders. We equal it out. We work together. It makes it a lot easier. And we know that we have pretty big targets on our backs, but that just wakes us up.
How does this program continue to get better and better every year?
Leadership every year, it hands down. We have some great players that just step up. We played young players, freshmen Emily and sophomore Haley Sanford. They do well. And I know that next year our leadership is going to be great with Fallon and Maddie and JC. They have playing time, they have experience, and it just keeps the line going.
Caitlin, congratulations and enjoy this one. Johnson Brock, a 3-peat for the Eagles as they claim the Class D1 state championship.
All right, thanks very much. Here's a look at the final numbers, and you see Johnson Brock leading in kills, assists, digs, aces, and blocks. Tight, although it was a close match, close numbers.
very tight, really, again, in a tight match. We saw that going back and forth there. Tough serving stretches, little strings by each team at different times. Just a great matchup between two really outstanding programs.
Well, let's take a look at some highlights from the D1 state championship. Johnson Brock in 4 over Meridian.
You know, just again, decisions, placement of balls at different times. Johnson Brock had 3 hitters and double-digit kills. Fallon Studheit led the team with 19 of those kills, but we saw great plays defensive-wise throughout this match, too. Can't say enough about some of the things we saw as their pursuit of balls, big blocks up at the net making a difference, and just a game that was well played on both sides.
Yeah, when you look at hitting percentages, Kathy, it was, you know, 231 for Johnson Brock, 217 for Meridian. So even in the hitting percentages, this was a tight match. It's just, I think, in the end of set 1 and the end of set 4, set 4, it was really, you're right, it was set 2 also when it was tight. But Johnson Brock made the really tough plays at key moments.
At the tough times, and at that point, it's like it heightened the intensity and the energy, and they just pushed through and were able to come back with that top, you know, that top award of winning the state championship.
So you win 3 in a row, state champs for 3 consecutive years, and now, and you heard Simon just talk about it a little bit, they're set up really well for even number 4 with the talent they have coming back and Stud Height, and it just, this has been a solid program since Tara Stud Height took over.
Absolutely, she's come in, she's changed that culture as she came in. That was important, and the culture has been established now. And as you said, there's players that are able to step in those roles. They've had some experiences. They've got a good cast of leaders around them, and I think that's the critical part for them. I don't think that we will go without seeing them somewhere along the lines next year in this position, potentially, or even along the way in the state tournament.
So once again, Johnson Brock wins it again. It's their 3rd consecutive state championship. Let's take a look at what's happened to date and then what we have coming up yet today. Early this morning in Class D2, it kicked off at 9 a.m. Exeter Milligan with a sweep over Ewing. Exeter Milligan winning that school's 5th state championship since 2009. And then Johnson Brock picks up the title 3-1 here in D1. Coming up, we have Superior and Hartington Cedar Catholic. Cedar Catholic, the only undefeated team remaining in the state. Can they close it out and win a state title? They haven't been here since 2012 when they won it. That match is coming up. In fact, they're getting ready and prepping on the floor as we speak. In Class C1, hey, Sharon Savala is back in the state championship. No surprise there. She's bringing her Grand Island Central Catholic ladies to take on Wahoo, which actually in this one maybe a slight favorite. They're undefeated as well. I guess they are another 1 loss for Wahoo, playing extremely well. So it should be a great rest of the day here as we still have state championships coming up in C2, C1, Class B, and Class A. But one more time here in the D1 state championship, it was Johnson Brock knocking off Meridian by a final of 25-23. They won the first 25-22, won the second, lost the third 25-21, but closed it out with a late comeback, winning it in the 4th set 25-23, led by Fallon Stud Height, 19 kills. In Class C2, it's Superior and Hartington Cedar Catholic. You see them warming up on the floor. We'll have that Class C2 state championship coming up. So one final time, our final score 3-1. Johnson Brock wins it. For Kathy Wieskamp, Ryan Mix, and the entire NET Sports production crew, I'm Larry Putney. We'll be back here for the C2 title in just a moment on NET Sports.